Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of Sports Mecca. I'm Jake Harrod, and alongside me today, I have a good friend of mine, Nick Stokes. Nick's our first time on the desk together. How you feeling today?
First time on the desk with you, man. I'm proud to be here with you.
Yes, sir. I'm excited
It's
about it.
been a minute. We were supposed to do this like 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
But now we're here today, so let's
all
go.
right, let's hop on into it. The Lady Vols are on a hot streak right now. They've won 18 straight, coming off actually in a current series with Alabama right now. Coming off 2 walk-off wins the past 2 games. I mean, that's huge. Here we see in the bottom of the 7th inning as Brooke Vines hit a 2-run home run last night to give the Lady Vols the victory. What do you have to come from this? What do you have to say from this?
I mean, the Lady Vols are streaking, man. They went into this weekend with 17 straight. Now they're at 18. They're supposed to be playing again today against Alabama to end the series off. Man, if they can keep playing like this, they can really make some noise in the NCAA in the softball region.
Yeah.
I don't see what can stop them other than themselves right now. What about you, man?
Yeah, they're definitely on fire right now, and this team really is clicking on all cylinders. Hopefully they can get this victory tonight and really keep things pushing forward, and I think they're going to make a lot of noise here, come tournament season.
Yeah.
Now, volunteer baseball is not looking so hot. They started out doing great, got ranked in the top 25 for the first time in 2 years. They've lost 7 of their last 11 games, Nick. I mean, 4-11 in the SEC is not looking good. They did get a walk-off victory against number 9 Auburn over the weekend. I mean, I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Dave Serrano, he's been here for 5 years, and the best he's done is lead this team to 5th in the SEC East. That's just not acceptable. He's got a losing record overall. This team needs a lot of work, and I mean, here we see in the 10th inning, we're going to see this walk-off hit to right field, this sacrifice fly. Justin Ammons comes around third base, sliding in. It was a great victory, great moral victory. The team, they're hanging in some games, but they're getting blown out of the water in other games. What do you think about this?
I mean, right now the Vol baseball teams look like the champions of life, to be honest with you. I mean, at the beginning of this season, there was so much promise. They won like almost 11 straight, I believe, and then once we got into SEC conference play, everything started to go downhill. As we already know, as any SEC sports team in any conference, matter of fact, you have to be able to compete on a regular basis to shine against these other teams and these other institutions. In this case, head coach Serrano has not had the most consistent team. Yeah. He has not really grown either. Like you just mentioned, 5th in the SEC is the best place that he's gotten in at his time during his helm. So, what do you believe needs to happen in order for the Vol baseball program to take a turn?
I don't think anything's going to happen middle of the season. I think he'll finish out the year. But if they don't make the SEC tournament and they don't make any improvements at the end of the season at all, I think he's got to go. I mean, he's a great coach. He's won national championships, but I mean, you got to produce week in and week out. And I mean, they're either looking pretty good or they're looking awful. They're getting blown out 11-0, 11-1, or they're getting beat by a couple. I mean, this team's just finding a hard time finding themselves right now and really finding an identity. So if they can do that, he'll stay. If not, he's got to go.
I agree with you. Okay, moving forward. Spring football.
Yes, sir.
Everyone here on Rocky Top loves when football is the topic of discussion, and right now we're going to talk about this upcoming weekend's Orange and White game.
Yes, sir.
Orange and White game is a big exhibition for the next roster of the 2017-2018 football season. And going into this weekend's exhibition matchup, what are you looking forward to seeing the most?
I'm really looking forward to this quarterback battle and who's going to step up at wideout. I mean, most of our wide receivers are no names right now, and we've had Dobbs the past 3 years at quarterback. Huge shoes to fill in. I mean, Juwan Jennings is still there at wideout, so that's helping us. But, I'm really looking forward to see how Dormandy and Guarantano are going to, really battle it out come Saturday. How about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup as well. Dormandy has been here for a while. He's seasoned. He's a pro-style quarterback where Guarantano, which is a red-shirted freshman, is a dual threat quarterback. Came in at like number 4 dual threat in the country in his class, and Dormandy was like the number 5 pro-style quarterback in his class. It's really no telling until we see what they do this weekend. It's going to be like our first glimpse at them actually, stepping into the light, and actually having all the attention on them and not having to, sit in someone else's shadow. It's going to be great seeing how that play out, but my section or positions that I'm really looking forward to seeing is on the defensive end.
Okay.
How will the D-line really play it in this orange and white exhibition game, as well as the defensive backs?
A lot of shoes to fill.
A lot of shoes to fill, especially on defense, period. With a lot of the starters now going into the draft and have graduated, we have guys like on the line, Shy Tuttle, Khalil McKenzie, as well as Kongbo, all recruited heavily, as well as were great talents or greatly scouted. We just need them to show up and play this year.
I agree, and personally, I think the three of them have kind of underperformed in the past couple of years. Kongbo is number one JUCO recruit in the nation, and he was as quiet as could be last year.
He was.
So these guys really got to step it up and be the vocal leaders of the defense and prove that they deserve to be here and they deserved all the high talks they had coming in here.
Yes, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly, especially with the volunteer community and the fans that really got behind them. Especially for Kongbo when he did finally decide to come to UT. Yeah. It's just that we would like for them to perform to their standards that we know that they're capable of.
Definitely.
What about the defensive backs, man? How do you feel about the defensive core?
Yeah,
the secondary.
Our DB's got a lot of work. Todd Kelly Jr. is, the leader of the DBs, and I think he's really going to, bring the troops together, rally the troops together, and take over as the vocal leader of that defense.
Okay.
I mean, we got a lot of holes. I mean, the corners are kind of iffy. I mean, they got burnt a lot last year, and definitely showed in the Georgia game, for instance. I mean, just 45, 50-yard bomb at the end of the game. They should have known it was coming. They knew it was coming. They knew exactly what route that guy was running, what play. You got to work on things like that, getting your hips turned quicker.
Yeah.
The DB's wide open for anybody who's on the roster. Rashawn Golden's a big name, looking to step up and take over as that number one corner. So, I don't know. How about you? What names are you looking at? DBs?
Yeah, Rashawn Golden is a name that sticks out to me. He averaged 5.2 tackles last year a game, and I believe that's a great number, especially for somebody in the secondary to be, always all around the field. As soon as the play breaks, he has to go where the ball is and stop the play. So 5.2 tackles, that's really a great stat if you really look at it. I believe that Emmanuel Mosley's play has to increase. He's only had one interception in his 3 years as a Tennessee Volunteer member. And that happened in the 2015 Outback Bowl. And he is now entering his senior season on the team, and we just need more impact. We can't continue to keep getting burnt in the secondary, and that's the only reason why we continue to lose games, if you ask me.
I agree with you. Mosley's had kind of a rough stretch the past couple of years. He can fly, but he can't stick with his receiver all the time, and that kind of is his biggest issue. So, if you had one name to really watch for everybody to watch for on Saturday, who would it be?
One name.
One name. One person.
One name?
Yeah.
That one name is going to be John Kelly.
John Kelly.
John Kelly, the running back, has large shoes to fill. Jalen Hurd, we all know that guy has transferred from our university. Good luck to you wherever you decide to play. Alvin Kamara, you're going to the NFL. Great job, sir. You're going to be a great running back for somebody's team. However, John Kelly, he's great. He's a great guy. As soon as he got his first time to actually see the field last season with Jalen Hurd transferring, he made plays. Yeah. As soon as whenever there was a hole given for him to run through, he was going to run through it. And now that this year the ball is literally being handed to him, I honestly can see that man shining. What about you?
Yeah, he's hungry, and I think he's definitely going to go eat on Saturdays.
Definitely.
My biggest name to watch out for is Trey Smith, number one recruit in the nation.
Okay.
Our offensive line has had a lot of issues the past, really, 5 years or so.
This is true.
Every year it seems like we're coming in, offensive line is going to be the biggest factor for our team, going to be the biggest strength, and they never are.
Yeah.
I mean, we have good players, Coleman Thomas, Jay Sean Robinson, two of the big guys. I think Trey Smith is going to come in right away, and I think he's going to make an impact. Maybe at left tackle, probably at guard, just to make it a little bit easier on him. The transition with the speed of high school to SEC.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think he's the biggest name to watch for. Hopefully he can prove that he deserves that number one recruit. Real quick before we go to commercial break.
Okay.
Quarterback battle, biggest talk. Who do you think is going to look the best on Saturday?
Yeah, I believe that Garantano can really make some plays, especially with the offense that we run here at Tennessee being more selective for him.
Yep.
You know, he's a dual threat quarterback. We've just had a dual threat quarterback for about the last 3 years in Josh Dobbs. He can make a play on his feet or with his arm. Yes, Dormady can make some plays in the pocket. He does have pocket presence. But I feel as if the Tennessee's strategy has really begun to drift towards the spread option, you know, and more actively running quarterbacks than they are just straight performance with the arm. How do you feel?
I agree with you there. I think Dormany's going to come out Saturday and look a little bit better, not by like a large margin, just a little bit. And I think that's just because, you know, he's already been here 3 years. This will be his 3rd year. I mean, he's experienced with this playbook and with the players and everything. So I think he's going to look a little bit better, but don't be fooled by that. I don't think he's going to be the #1 guy at the end of the season, even halfway through the season. I think Garantano is going to take over that role, and he seems poised and ready for that, in my opinion.
He does seem ready.
Yeah, so hopefully, you know, this will be really exciting. I don't think anybody's going to know till August, but it'll be really intriguing to really watch this go down. Nick, we got a lot to talk about, got a lot of playoff action. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break.